Here's the question I get every single day. Khem, how much do I actually need to make to live comfortable in Rochester? And honestly, it is one of the most important questions you can ask before relocating anywhere, not just Rochester, because let's be real, you don't just want to survive anywhere, you want to enjoy your life. What does comfort looks like in Rochester in 2026? What can you actually afford on the different income levels, and why so many people from the expensive city moving here and telling me why they feel they just got a raise? And if this is your first time here in my channel, my name is Kadariya. I am a local real estate agent right here in Greater Rochester area. I have been helping family buying here since 2019, and over the past few years, I have worked with the families relocating from the cities like Boston, New York City, San Francisco, Chicago, and all over the country. And almost everyone asks me the same thing before they make their move. Can we actually afford to live well there? So instead of giving them some vague answer like, oh, Rochester is affordable, I just want to give them the actual number, real example, and show you the different lifestyles looks like at the different income levels. Here's the thing about the Rochester that the people didn't recognize until they move here. Your money goes much way further. And let me give you some context. The median home price in Rochester is right around $220,000 compared to the Boston where the homes are over $700,000, or the San Francisco where over $1 million, or the Austin, Texas, where you're looking at around $500,000 plus. But it is not just the housing. The groceries are cheaper. The gas are cheaper here comparing to the other larger cities. And your utilities bills are manageable. You are not paying $25 for the basic lunch in a downtown. You can get it for 15 bucks. And I have a client moved here from the Brooklyn last year. He was making $85,000 at his job there and told me he felt broke all the time. He got the similar role here making $75,000, technically a pay cut, and he said, Khem, I feel rich now. We bought the house, we have 2 cars, we actually got out for dinner. That is the Rochester advantage. You are not surviving on paycheck to paycheck, you can actually build a life here. So let me talk about what comfort actually look like in a different income levels. And I'm going to break this into 3 different lifestyle tier. The first one is what I call simple, comfortable life. This is for the people who want stability, peace, and manageable monthly budget without a lot of extras. You are not trying to impress anyone. You are just want a clean, safe place to live, reliable transportation, and enough breathing room to enjoy your weekend. And here is what this looks like. Let's talk about the housing. If you're renting a nice 1-bedroom apartment in a decent neighborhood, maybe in a cities, maybe in a suburb like Greece or Iran, Kuwait, you're paying somewhere around $1,100 to $1,400 a month. If you choose suburb, it may goes from $1,800 to $2,200. Or if you're buying a house, you're looking around a starter home for $180,000 to $220,000 range. And your monthly mortgage payment with the tax and insurance probably gonna be around $1,400 to $1,600. If you're putting a minimal down, that probably gonna goes around $2,000 to $2,200. Let's talk about the transportation. You have got one reliable car, nothing fancy, gas, insurance, and a maintenance run somewhere from $400 to $500 a month. For the food, you are cooking at home for the most of the night, hitting the grocery store once a week. Maybe you run into around $300 to $500 a month for the groceries. You eat out a couple times a month out and nothing crazy, and maybe you are down $100 to $150 in a month. For the utilities and everything else, internet, electric bill, in winter, your phone bills, you're probably looking around $250 to $300 a month total. And if you got a streaming services or 2, maybe a gym membership and a little money for the coffee, the weekend activities, maybe a trip to the Litchfield Park or the Finger Lake region for the wineries now and then. call it $300 to $400 a month. And if we add all up, your monthly expenses is running somewhere around $2,500 to $3,500 depending on whether you're renting or buying. So what do you need to make? If you are single or a head of household, income of $50,000 to $60,000 a year get you a lifestyle pretty comfortable. That's about $4,200 a month to $5,000 a month after the taxes. And you also got some breathing room. You are not stressed, you can save a little money. If you are the couple and both work, and even pulling a $60,000 to $70,000 combined puts you in a really solid situation. This isn't a luxury, but it's a calm. It is a manageable, and honestly, a lot of people are really happy living here. Now let's level up and talk about what I call the suburban comfort lifestyle. This is what most of the relocation clients are aiming for. This is the classic Rochester dream. Nice house, a good school district, 2 cars, and the ability to go out for dinner whenever they want. Take a few weekend trips in a year and no stress about the money. You're living in a Pittsford, Fairport, Penfield, or Webster, one of the really nice solid suburb with the great school, low crime, and the beautiful trees lines neighborhood vibe. This is what the cost look like. Let's say about the housing. You are buying 3-bedroom, 2-bath home in a nice suburb, maybe a classic colonial or maybe a newer ranch style build. Maybe you are looking for a classic colonial or the split level. You are looking around $300,000 to $450,000 range, and your monthly payments will be around $2,200 to $2,800 with the tax and interest included depending on how much you made a down payment. For the transportation, you and your partner each have a car. One is probably newer, the other one maybe a little bit older, like 5, 6, 10 years old. You're spending around $700 to $900 on the monthly car payment, insurance, gas, and a maintenance. Let's say about the food. You are cooking at home most of the nights, but you are also hitting up the restaurant pretty regularly. Date nights, family dining out, and maybe grab a lunch during your weeks. And the grocery will probably run around $700 to $800 a month, and dining out another maybe $400 to $500 a month, depending on where you go. If you got a young kids and you need a daycare or after school care, this is a big one. Daycare in Rochester runs somewhere from $800 to $1,200 a month per child, depending on the program. And you really need to bake in this in your price if you want to leave the suburban comfort level of the life. And the biggest house means the bigger utilities bill, especially in the winter, the electric and gas bill, internet, phone service. You're probably looking around $400 to $500 a month. Depend on the area where you live. If you live in a Fairport, they have own electric, is significantly lower cost. So maybe that could be a good idea to look into it too. And this is where you got some room to breathe. The gym membership, kids activities, streaming service, maybe the family trip to the New York City, or maybe I will say Toronto because it's only 2.5 hours from here. That would be a great one. Or even spending a night in Niagara Falls. You are setting aside $600 to $800 a month for this stuff. And for savings and retirement, you're actually contributing into your 401k, building an emergency fund, and maybe saving for some college. Another $500 to $700 a month. And add this all up, you are looking around $5,500 to $7,500 a month, depending on your family size and housing choice. So what do you need to make? For the lifestyle like this, you're looking around the household income of around $85,000 to $110,000 a year. This will give you enough take-home pay to cover everything comfortably and still save. If you are a dual income household and each of you pulling around $45,000 to $60,000 are the golden. You are living while your kids are in a great school, you are not stressed about the money, and you can actually enjoy your life. And here's the catch. The crazy part is, in most bigger cities, your lifestyle would be require $150,000 to $200,000 a year. In Rochester, you can survive with even $100,000, and that is a difference. Now let's talk about the elevated lifestyle. This is for the people who want more space, more flexibility, more experience. You are not trying to live like a celebrity, but you own a really nice house, the ability to travel multiple times a year, eat out whenever you want, and you are not thinking twice about buying something you need. And here is what that looks like. For the housing, you are buying a larger homes, maybe 3,000 to 4,000 square feet. This is one of the premium suburb. We're talking about Pittsford Village, part of the Penfield, or maybe a newer built neighborhood in a Victor or Mendon. You are in 450 to 600,000 range, even plus. And your mortgage payments probably gonna run around 3,200 to 4,200, maybe 5,000, depending on how much payment you made. And if we talk about the transportation, you got two nice car, maybe you have one SUV and the other sedan, both relatively new, and car payments, insurance, gas maintenance, you're thinking about somewhere $1,000 to $1,500 a month. For the food, you are not chipping coupons. You shop wherever you want. You try new restaurant, you grab a takeout when you don't feel like cooking, and the groceries and the dining combined, you're probably gonna run around $1,200 to $1,500 a month. And for childcare and the education sector, if you have a kids, maybe there is a private school or you're paying for the extra tutoring, sports, music lesson, that can add up to $1,000 to $2,000 plus a monthly, depending on your choices. And let's talk about the utilities and the services. A bigger home, a higher bills. Plus, you may have a cleaning service, a lawn care, a home security system. You probably looking around $600 to $800 a month. For the travel expense, you are taking real vacation, maybe a bigger trip to the Europe or the Caribbean, a few long weekends throughout the years. You are setting aside somewhere $1,000 to $1,500 a month for the travel and experience. So even with these travel expense and everything else, you are still maximizing out the retirement account, building a wealth, maybe investing in the real estate or the stocks market. Another $1,500 to $2,000 a month. And adding that up, you're spending around $9,500 to $13,000 plus a month. So what you really need to make to enjoy this lifestyle, so you're looking somewhere your household income to be around $150,000 to $200,000. And here's the beautiful things. In Rochester, $150 feels like $250 in Boston. You're living really well. Big homes, great schools, nice car, vacation, the whole thing, and you are still saving money. I had a client move from New York City making $200,000 who told me we live in a tiny apartment there and could barely save money. Here you have a massive house, you're building a wealth. That's what the Rochester is really about. So we have talked about the numbers, but let me tell you what actually drives the comfort in Rochester, because it is not just about the income, it is about how this place is designed to work for you. Manageable housing costs. You are not spending 50% of your income on rent or the mortgage. You're spending 25 to 30%, which gives you a breathing room for everything else. And for the easy commutes, most people commute here is around 15 to 25 minutes. You're not losing 2 hours just sitting in traffic. That's the time you can get back to your family and your hobbies or your life. And access to the nature is unthinkable. We got parks everywhere, hiking, lakes, trails. The Finger Lakes Winery is in just 30 minutes away, and you don't have to pay a premium price to live nearby the green space. It is just here. And people always feel comfort and the low stress in Rochester. There is no hustle culture here, no keeping up with the Joneses energy. People are genuinely nice, the place is calm, and the mental health shift is huge. You are not getting hit by the surprise costs all the time. Your monthly budget is manageable and consistent. The bigger variable in all of this is the housing. And the good news is Rochester gives you an option. If you want to rent, you can find a nice place, an apartment somewhere $1,200 to $1,500 around downtown Rochester, or if you want to go to suburbs, somewhere $1,800 to $2,200. If you want to buy a house as a starter home, you're looking at around $180,000 to $250,000. If you want a solid family in a great suburb, you're looking at $350,000 to $500,000. And if you really want a nice neighborhood, new construction, or premium location, you can get that for $450,000 to $600,000. And compare this with the other metros where the basic starter home is $500,000. And You see why people move here, right? And here is the last thing I want you to think about. The comfort isn't just about the money, it is about the alignment. Do you want to live in a walkable village with the boutique shops and a cafe? The Pittsburgh and the Fairport, do you want relaxed access to the beaches? That's the Webster and Irondequoit. And do you want a quiet tree-lined suburb street in a great school district? That's a Penfield and Victor. So do you want the affordability and the access to everything that is Grace and Henrietta? Your lifestyle preference matter it just as much as your income. And the beauty of Rochester is you can actually afford the lifestyle you want. You're not compromising because of the cost. So how much do you really need to make to live comfortably in Rochester? If you're a single or just starting out, 50 to 60,000 gives you a calm and stable life. But if you are the family aiming for the classic suburb lifestyle, 85 to 110,000 gets you there. But if you want the elevated version, bigger house, nice car, travel, you're probably looking at around 150 to 200,000. But here is one thing, those number goes as much further here and much anywhere else in the country. If you are thinking about relocating to Rochester, New York, and you want help finding out which suburbs fit your budget, your lifestyle, your long-term goals, reach out. I love to walk you through. If this was helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more Rochester real estate content. And drop the comment and let me know where you're moving from and what question you have. I read those every single day. So if you're watching this on TV and you want me to reach directly, here's my QR code where you can get access to my calendar, or all of our contact information is pinned in the comment and also in the description. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on next video.